The University of Cumbria was visited by Japanese manga artist Junko Mizuno, who put on a display of her work in the Vallum Gallery.
I just had a talk to the students, and now I'm at the gallery with my artworks. I basically talked about my history as an artist, starting when I was a kid, and until I started working as a professional, and I took a lot of questions from them.
Manga is a comic art in a specific Japanese style which is hugely popular across the world.
I didn't grow up in an artistic family. My father is a construction worker. My mother was just a housewife, but I just got into the popular comics as a kid, and I just got obsessed with making art. I'm one of the guests of Lakes International Comic Art Festival, so I'm going there and have some live drawings and talk there as well.
Students' questions were particularly focused on how Junko bridged that gap from being an enthusiastic amateur artist to making it her profession.
I have 32 artworks in this show, and they're categorized into 4 different categories: in comics, paintings, and drawing and illustration, and toy design. And they're all displayed chronologically, so you can see how my work evolved from older work to newer work.
The university were glad to have Junko, who provided a good example for their students.
I think it's really easy for Carlisle to feel dislocated or distant from things like this, but Junko's flew in yesterday from San Francisco specifically to be here, and I think that's really significant. It connects our students to that larger world of illustration and art and creativity that they need to recognise they're part of. They're not preparing to be part of it, they are currently part of it. And I think today, talking to Junko, looking at her work with her, they get a sense of that.
We asked what made the style of work so significant for students of illustration.
Well, Junko's an artist who I've actually been interested in for nearly 20 years. I discovered her work in a bookshop in Manchester in 2001 when I was a third-year student. And whilst her work doesn't necessarily tick lots of boxes that I would usually expect to see in the work I enjoy, I think there's something about the composition and the colour use, but also the confidence and just the oddness that I really did find quite appealing.
We spoke to a few of those perusing the gallery to find out why they had come to view the exhibition.
I love Japanese art, and it's always interesting to see a Japanese comic book artist deviate from the standard aesthetics that you see in manga, because manga has a very typical style and very few stray away from it. So I find this art very interesting because it does something you don't usually see.
Just to look around, just to see her amazing artwork. I think it's very eye-catching and it's very withdrawing kind of thing. But it's a type of artwork that you can stare at for a long time. It's like every time you look, there's something that you notice that's different.
Basically, I've been a fan of Junko's work for ages. I first saw her work in a magazine called Pulp, which focused on weird manga, and so a friend of mine tweeted about this 2 days ago, and I just went straight onto the web and bought train tickets and came down.
The Lakes International Comic Art Festival will be in Kendal from the 11th to the 13th of October, and we'll see a multitude of styles descending on the Cumbrian town. Kieran McFadgen, That's TV.